episode of TMUC Talks, the alumni stories. I have with me Saman Liaquat today. She's one of I would say, cutest alumni that I remember from my time as well because she was a junior. I don't do these introductions. I make sure that my alumni does it for themselves. So, hello, Saman. Welcome to TMUC Talks. I want you to please introduce yourself.
Hi, as Ma'am mentioned before, Saman Liaquat. I'm a student of interactive media. I did my HND from TMUC, and then I applied for top up over here as well. And मेरी जो top up की that is from UC, the University of Creative Arts, or October 2020. And since कुछ ना कुछ कर रही हूँ.
Okay, so we'll get to that, Abhi. So we all know that you were a student of interactive media and you did your top up as well from HND to UCA, that is the University of Creative Arts. So Saman, first of all, just tell us about what this interactive media is. What are the courses that are offered, and what have you learned from interactive media?
All right. There are a few things that you need to keep in mind when you're in this particular program. जब आप मीडिया में जाते हैं तो you mostly think कि interactive media या media as a whole जो है ना, you just think कि you will come on TV या फिर जो है आपको acting होगी या किसी ड्रामे में आपको काम मिल जाएगा या कुछ इस तरह से हो जाएगा. Interactive media is a completely different, I would say, aspect towards media का पूरा वो एक होता है, एक different किस्म का horizon होता है. दैट मीडिया जो आप लोग कंफ्यूज कर रहे होते हैं कि मैं टीवी पे आ जाऊंगी या मुझे कोई टीवी पे ले लेगा या एक्टिंग वाला सारा वो हो जाएगा, दैट इज कम्प्लीटली डिफरेंट फ्रॉम इंटरैक्टिव मीडिया. इंटरैक्टिव मीडिया एक्चुअली मेक्स यू कम्युनिकेट विद योर ऑडियंस. आप किस तरीके से जो है, हाउ डू यू कन्वे योर मैसेज टू द ऑडियंस बाय कम्युनिकेटिंग विद देम थ्रू योर मीडियम, वो जो भी आपका होगा. Like for example, whenever we used to make films or we used to do any projects, we used to completely understand कि हमारी जो audience है उसको किस चीज़ की ज़रूरत है इस टाइम पे. क्योंकि देखिए हर चीज़ जो है वो तो आ रही है. You have a lot of stories on TV, you have a lot of things, you have like web series जो आपको हर किस्म की stories बता रहे होते हैं and stuff, but none of them interact with you the way you want them to interact with you, right? So interactive media is basically between your screen and your audience. Like I should feel like I'm talking to the movie itself, जो भी movie बनी हुई है या जो भी आपने जो है project वगैरह बनाया हुआ
So
है.
does that include like script writing and stuff like that? Is that creative stuff?
Exactly, it is. We used to do
Okay.
a lot of things. Photography से लेके script writing तक हम किए, skits हम लोगों ने किए. We recreated a lot of films and everything as well. बीच में. Script writing, script, मेरा जो personal वो था, that was the script writing part because I used to write a lot and I was very expressive in what I wrote. So everything I wrote would have like every kind of detail उसमें जो है वो सारा कुछ जो है वो हो रहा होता था. And our teachers, they used to encourage us कि यार इसको और descriptive करो, इसको और थोड़ा deep लेके जाओ, थोड़ा और इसको जो है expressive करो. तो इस तरीके से जो है इंटरैक्टिव मीडिया में. और उसके अलावा यू हैव अ लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स दैट यू कवर ना. यू हैव वेब डिज़ाइन, एप्लीकेशन डिज़ाइन होती है. और उसके अलावा जो है इट्स नॉट ओनली लिमिटेड टू वीडियो या विजुअल्स. आप एनिमेशन के थ्रू भी कुछ दिखा सकते हैं, आप जो है स्टोरी टेलिंग कर सकते हैं थ्रू फोटो शो. एवरीथिंग इज पॉसिबल. इसमें जो है हर चीज़ आ जाती है. नो मैटर व्हाट योर मीडियम इज, it should be interactive with the audience. This is what I
Okay.
think
So
actually
okay. So
makes.
I remember. I'm sorry. I'm interrupting you. When we were studying fashion, we had this one course that was visual communication in art and design. So we were covering all the art and design aspects. So that was just one course, visual communication, where we had to, interact with the audience. Just what you're
Hmm.
telling us right now. And I'm quite
Hmm.
surprised that now there's a proper degree for the whole thing. So I'm
Exactly.
just amazed at the way, the options that are over there. So the details and everything. So tell us a little about that. कि पाकिस्तान में इस वक्त interactive media किस लेवल पे उस पे काम हो रहे हैं? आई मीन आई एम श्योर कि बहुत बहुत ज़्यादा उस पे काम हो रहा है, बट हाउ डू यू थिंक एज अ बिकॉज़ यू हैव स्टडीड इन डेप्थ अबाउट इट कि वेस्ट से या बाहर से आप कैसे कंपेयर करते हो पाकिस्तान में किस तरह से मतलब किस level पे काम पे is our scripts really talking to the audience, is it actually making any impact? I want to know that from someone who's into the field.
All right. Since you mentioned how interactive this can get, can I give an example? मेरे time से when I used
Sure,
to
sure,
study
sure, please, by all means.
हमारा एक course था. We were supposed to work with virtual reality,
Okay.
VR, and I think that was probably the first type of project that we did, which was very interactive. ना? तो उसमें जो है we used to मेक श्योर कि जो है ना हमारा जो मैसेज है या जो भी है वो ऐसा हो कि फॉर एग्जांपल इफ आई एम द पर्सन हु इज मेकिंग द वीडियो व्हेन यू वॉच इट you become that person who's in that particular cinematographic sequence.
Okay.
So
Interesting, quite interesting.
it was very interesting as well क्योंकि जब हम लोगों ने ये बनाया था ना तो we were very skeptical about it कि क्या पता लोगों को समझ आए ना आए, how is it going to turn out, because बहुत शुरू शुरू की चीज़ें थी ये सारी. बट वंस वी गॉट इनटू इट वी स्टार्टेड थिंकिंग कि यार एक बंदा जो है तो ठीक है मैं अपने पर्सपेक्टिव से सोच रही हूँ एक चीज को, अगला बंदा किस तरीके से सोचेगा आई डोंट नो दैट. वी यूज्ड टू गो एंड वी यूज्ड टू टॉक टू पीपल अबाउट इट. आपका इस पर्टिकुलर टॉपिक पे क्या वो है टेक है इस बात पे. तो वी यूज्ड टू गो वी यूज्ड टू टॉक टू देम और उस हिसाब से व्हेन वी मेक द वीडियो ना तो इट यूज्ड टू कम्युनिकेट विद द यूजर उस तरह से यार फॉर एग्जांपल इफ आई हैव समथिंग टू से another person has the same perspective, he won't have to say it because I've already said it, but he will know that it has been said through him. Plus,
That's wow, that's interesting.
when you move when you move on to the field or आप जब like when you get out there, like जब आप दुनिया में जाते हो, when the real life starts and everything, there are so many people who are looking for creative people to carry on their work because mainstream हो चुका है, very
जी.
bland हो जाता है, it's very वो एक stagnant सी
I
चीज
think
हो
the time
जाती
that it gets all monotonous and the time that we're living
है.
in is moving so fast. हर चीज आपको नई चाहिए. We want, you know, something new in everything, something innovative, कुछ ऐसा. So I completely understand that aspect, which is I think Pakistan में भी it's we some time for that, है ना?
We do, but the plus point over here is कि जिस तरीके से इस तरह के स्टूडेंट्स जो आ रहे हैं VR AR की तरफ आ रहे हैं, वेबसाइट डेवलपमेंट वेबसाइट्स भी आपकी जो हैं वो इस तरह के इंटरैक्टिव हो चुकी हैं थ्रू दिस पर्टिकुलर फील्ड इंटरैक्टिव मीडिया कि आप जो हैं यू कैन इंटरैक्ट बेसिकली विद ईज हर जगह पे ना. एंड आई पर्सनली थिंक दैट बी एबल टू कम्युनिकेट their user as easily as they want it to be because it's very hard to convey your message sometimes. So, you might have heard that it's very easy for a person to make somebody laugh, but it's very hard for somebody to make somebody else cry. उस तरह से तो it's very बहुत ही जो है ना you have to maneuver yourself very carefully throughout this कि आप इस तरीके से उसको बनाते हैं या इस तरीके से जो है you need to convey your message इस तरह से कि it's not only your message, it's everyone else's message as well.
Exactly, and it comes with a lot of responsibility because whatever you deliver, everybody has a different perception. Sorry, तो उसमें ये होता है कि मैं I remember because I studied this छोटा सा chunk मैंने पढ़ा है, but I understand the burden it brings with it कि आपको you have to be very responsible, you have to be very careful, you have to be very aware of the things that aware of the consequences as well. Once it's out. You have to be prepared for the reactions as well. So
Exactly.
interactive media is quite interesting, yet I personally believe it's very risky. And for artists and for
It is.
creative people, it's like the best thing, you know, to express themselves. So अब मुझे
Exactly.
ये बताओ कि इंटरैक्टिव मीडिया में हाउ लाइक आप डिजिटल साइड कवर कर रहे थे या मतलब what else were you doing उस पे? You said animation, you said graphic design, you said videographies, photography. What else were the what else can we do in interactive media?
Here you have a lot of things. एक तो कुछ लोग होते हैं. I actually have a friend from my batch जो UI and UX जो है ना designs वो पढ़.
Mm-hmm.
She basically designed apps that you can like वो वक्त जो है ना we used to make apps like this as well. Get to design an app which is completely user friendly according to you. फिर वेबसाइट डेवलपमेंट होती है डिजिटल में तो आप बहुत चीजें आ जाती है आ
Yeah, it's a
जाती है
vast, it's like an ocean. Yeah, there's so
इट
many,
इज
options available.
you can even write a book if it's that good and if it's that interactive so that will be considered as a good क्या कहते हैं उसको communication set for you. I was actually going to
Mhm.
write a छोटा सा but I didn't have time.
I completely understand. I tell everybody that I have to write a book, but I don't have the time to, finish it.
हाँ it happens.
If every writer goes through that, trust me.
हाँ वो writer's block होता है उसको writer's block कहते हैं I think.
बहुत बड़ा block होता है. नहीं, I have a collection about things. I need to compile that and I need to, just give it out, sell it out. So what was your plan to write about? Let's talk about this because this is something I'm personally interested in about the writing part. If you are to write something, what would that be? Would it be like a poetry book? Would it be a novel? Would it be short stories, biography, autobiography? What's your plan about writing?
I have a knack for poetry. बहुत
Okay.
ही और बहुत ही ironic सी I'm not going to lie I like writing about death
Oh,
but not
okay.
in a
Interesting.
gothic way not in a gothic way but I simply think that you have a lot of क्या कहते हैं words to express about what you write so I'm towards the poetic very subliminal मेरी जितनी भी writings थी या जितनी भी they're never to the
Mhm.
point. They always have a double meaning.
Yeah,
I will write
and that's
about
what
blood.
poetry is. It has to have a double meaning. Otherwise, it's just mere words you're talking to people. जो आप वही बात कर रहे हो. Poetry is double meaning. That is the
And
beauty of it.
there's no fun if you just get it on the first go.
Yes. Oh my God, this is so relatable because I myself write poetry, and I don't know if you have read it or not. It's on my Instagram as well. Are you like sharing it with people, or are you just keeping it to yourself?
I sometimes share it with people, mostly keep it to myself.
Okay. No, no, but you should publish. You should, have like proper rights to it and then publish a book because that would be one great achievement. Because writing and publishing a book is not everyone's cup of tea. Everybody cannot do it. So if you have that in you, if you know you can write it, and if you are already writing, then please just publish it. And please motivate me as well because I want to get published too. It's just the timings and life is just so busy that we suppress our own passions and the things that we love. So I'm so happy that you are also a writer. We had another alumni, Manur Hafiz, the first alumni I had for these series. She was a writer, she is a writer as well, and God, she's phenomenal. So I'm thinking to bring about all the alumni, all the writer alumni back to the campus and do something about the poetry session because that would be something amazing.
That actually would have a
Yeah,
lot of.
we should have like a writers meetup or a discussion about writers or a critique writers exchanging their work and then critiquing each other. That would be lovely.
Well, I would definitely look forward to that. It sounds very fun.
Perfect. Okay, so we have three writers on board. We have you, we have me, we have Manur Hafiz, and I'm sure we'll have so many other writers as well because this is something that nobody openly talks about. I think we should also, bring the poetry part out in these courses, interactive media, even fashion design, आपकी film and digital art पे, the poetry reading is so big. Still, I see a lot of people doing this on Instagram. They're narrating their poems and they're doing those visuals. So the entire story, the entire feel is given out through just a 30-second long video, through a 30-second long video. So that is something we can do as well. We can do a collaboration with our students and, do something with the interactive media and our alumni and our poetry section, everything needs to just, gel in and bring something artistic out of it.
I think if you do that, you might be able to get something very. unique out of that, because you'll have different types of people working with एक्टिव
Mhm.
मीडिया के लोग भी होंगे तो लाइक इसका आउटकम बहुत
Yeah,
अच्छा हो सकता है.
yeah, let's. We should. I will plan something about it. We should do something about literature and interactive media. That would be so much fun. Yeah. So, someone tell
मेरा
me, you graduated in the year 2020, right?
यस
So how
आई
was the
डिड.
campus like? Like everybody, everyone who graduates from the university, they have something interesting to tell. I graduated in the year 2016, 17, and I know I have countless stories to tell. The time TMUC was then is way different from what it is now, but it just feels the same for me. So tell me what's like the most interesting, the most funny story about TMUC. Tell me something about your friends, the life at TMUC.
आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू लाई, आई मिस दैट लाइफ सो मच. मैं आई वाज सो going to university. I used to go 2 hours before my class, back 2 hours after my classes ended, because I just love hanging में बैठे हम लोग पूरा हम लोग जो है पूरे कैंपस में हम लोग चक्कर शक्कर लगा. The campus was beautiful. The campus was
Yeah, no
absolutely.
doubt.
मुझे मतलब
Mhm.
वहाँ पे जाके जो है ना बस मुझे बहुत मजा आता था बैठ के भी वहाँ पे
Mhm.
जो है. The very nice atmosphere. The people were so nice. The atmosphere was so welcoming. You didn't want to leave that place. और
Mhm.
अब obviously because I was in मेरा जो favorite room था that was the studio upstairs. अब जब मैं थी वहाँ पे तो it was upstairs on the third or fourth floor. अभी I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
know if it's
It's still there. Yeah.
so that studio was not soundproof. हर आवाज वहाँ पे echo कर रही है वो. It was a mess to be very honest शुरू में. और
Mhm.
the time we saw it grow, sound हो गई, equipment आ गया वो सब कुछ, and we used to have loads of shoots over there. मतलब we used to do so many candid things over there, you have no idea. I think the best thing that has happened to me is in that studio was that I got really, really amazing cinematographic portraits of myself taken over there by.
Of course.
But मैं जो हूँ ना सॉफ्ट लाइट मेरे सर के ऊपर थी और मैं ये सोची थी कि यार ये अगर गिरे किसी के सर के ऊपर तो कितना मजा है. And sir took about 4 to 5 तस्वीरें, 4 to 5 pictures he took of me and I was very happy. और उसके 2 सेकंड बाद में कुछ क्लिक की आवाज आई है and that light just fell on top of me.
Oh my God.
मेरे ऊपर वो जो वो होती है ग्रीन स्क्रीन होती है वो गिरी हुई है
Oh
मेरे
my
ऊपर.
God. You shouldn't have said that.
मेरे ऊपर बहुत सारी चीजें गिरी हुई है कैंपस में. आई थिंक दिस इज द ओनली थिंग आई रिमेम्बर. मेरे ऊपर बहुत सारी चीजें गिरी हुई है और मैं बहुत दफा गिरी. आई
Oh.
थिंक मेरे ऊपर जो है ना मतलब टीएमयूसी में इतना कोई फिसला नहीं होगा जितना मैं फिसली होंगी. मैं लिटरली मैम मैं चलते चलते जो है ना गिर जाया करती थी वहां पे. फिर मैं याद करती थी कि यार ये जगह थी जहाँ पे मैं गिरी थी, ये जगह थी जहाँ मेरी टक्कर हुई थी.
Oh. Actually, that happens with some people. They're very clumsy, I guess. Were you a very clumsy person? I
I'm a
bet.
very clumsy person. You have no idea how clumsy I can get. I would trip over my own shoes. I swear to God मैं ऐसी बंदी हूँ.
Nee, but this is what university life is all about. This is that age where you're careless and you're clumsy and you're just coming in, you're just having fun. You have that deadlines to meet, but you're still taking it non-seriously, and then one day it hits you. Oh my God.
It it really does. और हमारा तो like बहुत ही वैसे ना हमारा तो we were very unfortunate because I remember uh, 12th March को we were sitting बाहर क्या क्या नाम है उसका, जहाँ पे वो होती है जहाँ पे वो सोफाज हैं सारे टीएमयूसी का लोगो बड़ा सा ना. we were sitting over there and
Mhm.
to after that लॉकडाउन लग गया कोरोना की
Oh.
वजह से. दैट वाज अ वेरी अनफॉर्चुनेट थिंग बिकॉज हम लोगों ने प्लान किया था कि हम कुछ करेंगे बिकॉज हमारा सेमेस्टर खत्म होने वाला है.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that
वेरी
happens. COVID has destroyed so many emotions.
अनफॉर्चुनेट टू गॉड.
But
बहुत ही
then
दिल
again, that was part of life. We had to face that, and we were not alone. The entire world suffered through the whole situation. And that's all right. But now we are recovering and we are going towards a better future. And I hope that it's COVID free, it's disease free, it's clean. So I was going to ask you if you were to give one advice to any of your juniors, like the people who are studying interactive media, what would that advice be? Because you see, you have experienced a lot of things. So let's talk about what is that one thing you would share from you. Okay, before you answer me this question. What is it that you've been doing? I mean, I forgot to ask you. We got so tied up in our conversations that I didn't ask you what are you currently doing, so that our students know that where to look forward to for their career.
After I graduated, I worked with a small scale production house. I was their production head,
Okay.
जो in charge of the props, what color suits you have wearing. उसके बाद जो है I joined an academy. I actually started preparing for ESS बीच में,
Okay. Mm-hmm.
and I was lucky enough that they wanted a graphic designer, so they hired me over there as well.
Okay. That's
I was head
interesting.
I was head of their social media department, social media management. और उसके अलावा मैम आई हैवंट बीन सिटिंग आइडल उस तरह से आई डू फ्रीलांस ऑल द टाइम कहीं पे भी कोई छोटा मोटा प्रोजेक्ट वगैरह होता है लाइक मुझे भी काउंट मी एंड जस्ट लेट मी डू इट जैसा भी है हाउ नो मैटर हाउ स्मॉल इट इज हाउ वट एवर इट इज आई हैव अप्लाइड टू अ लॉट ऑफ प्लेसेस बट फ्रीलांस में जो करने का मजा है ना इट्स लाइक वेरी डिफरेंट
It's
टू
you don't I like the concept. I like the thought of it as but I like my job.
I really respect everyone who does their job at TMUC. You guys are working very hard. You guys are very uh, वो एक typical mainstream. You guys aren't that administration है जिससे बंदा डर जाता है कि यार इनके पास जाएंगे तो क्या मसला होगा. I like how we're very
That
candid and open with all of you. Not just the student affairs का department या अपनी HOD है या कुछ भी. I used to talk to a lot of teachers over there. मतलब those who weren't even in my department. जिनका मेरे subject से लेना देना कुछ भी नहीं होता था. But I used to have very nice conversations, very productive, progressive, and constructive conversations with them. So, हाँ, coming back to freelance. Freelance में मैं I personally think that if you go for this particular area, you have a lot of time and you have a lot of mental capacity to work out what you want to do, how you want to do it. You can collaborate with your boss या आपको जो भी उस पर hire करता है जो भी जिसके साथ भी आप be as expressive as you want. You don't have to follow one algorithm कि यार मैंने ये इसी तरह से करके लेके जाना है, इसको इसी तरह से लेके जाना है, इसी तरह से करना है. और आई बिन डूइंग फ्रीलांस अभी भी अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह कोई ना कोई प्रोजेक्ट वगैरह जो है वो मैं कर रही होती हूँ और कुछ भी नहीं होता तो मैं अपनी बहनों की वीडियोस बनाना शुरू कर देती हूँ उनको अजीब सिनेमैटिक से जो है ना मैं ड्रामेटिक सा उनको बना के जो है वो फिर अपलोड कर दूंगी या फिर कंपाइलेशन लगा दूंगी आई एम ऑलवेज डूइंग समथिंग विच इज रिलेटेड टू हैविंग फन थ्रू मीडिया
Yeah, because you have the expertise in it as well, and people like you, even if they're not doing something like a full-time job, they know कि एक casual moment को भी किस तरह perfectly उसको execute करना है ना? Am I right?
एग्जैक्टली इसी तरह एंड यू डोंट हैव द बर्डन ना माय बॉस इज गोइंग टू किल मी वाला बर्डन नहीं
So, like, do you have any plans to, take this further? How, like, or are you going to continue with the freelancing?
I plan to continue with freelancing for a long time. Actually, I've gotten used to it.
Oh,
इस तरह से, I really enjoy doing it. I love talking to people.
mhm.
I love discussing ideas. Or I think freelancing, where you get to talk to so many different minds, and मतलब it can become an inspiration for your next poem. इस तरह के लोग ही आपको जो है ना मिलते हैं इधर. So I think I'm going to
Mhm.
continue freelance until I
So,
get a
Samal, okay,
very
I'm going to ask you a very random question, very random. Do you have a blog? Do you blog? Not the typical blog where people are just showing off their brands, but storytelling and stuff.
no, not yet. अभी तो नहीं.
This is my recommendation. recommendation for you. Please do that. I know you'll be it. I know you already are.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay, so coming back to my question that was left it there in the middle. So, what would be advice you would give to someone who just started their education in interactive media?
My message would be 2 to 3 things to be very honest. Because I'm a girl and I
I'm sorry, someone I have lost you because of the interconnection. Um, okay, yeah, there's a disturbance. So I'm not surprised because more or less this keeps happening. And hello, someone, can you get back to us? I was just about to wind it up, and the internet connection was where I was. That's okay. So, anyways, someone, let's see if we can get her back anytime soon. We had a conversation with someone who is a very nice girl who knows what she's doing and who's very much aware of field that she has studied in. She's very particular about the details. I've seen some of her work, and I was just encouraging her to start a blog. Do something professionally about it because she's just doing freelancing, and we should give her more and more opportunities. Like if people who are watching and who are willing to collaborate, who are willing to work with someone, they should contact someone, or they can contact me and I can connect them to someone. So this was our live session with one of our alumni from the interactive media department, and I'll be back again with another one with someone who has another interesting story, another interesting journey to share. So thank you everybody for watching, and I'm going to sign off. Take care. Bye.